Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the August 2020 Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. As I said, it's a general reading, so you don't force it to your situation if you feel like the energies are not present. So just to let you know, with regards to the spread, I'll be using 2 cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck. We'll then get 1 card from the Moonology. I will then get a few cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then we'll get some clarification using the Intuitive. If you would like a personal reading with myself, you can find information regarding how to book in the description box below. So, Sagittarius, let's see what's coming up for you, particularly with the full moon transit in the sign of Aquarius. These energies will resonate over the next week to 2 weeks, okay? So let's see what's coming up with regards to Sagittarius's energy. What shadow aspects could be revealed at this time for healing, purging and releasing. What is being shown and brought to the surface by the shadow. Okay, interesting. So the cards you got here, Sagittarius, is Anger and Chains and Parasite. So it's Taurus that also got Parasite, so you could be dealing with a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart. Okay, Anger and Chains and Parasite. Yeah, so you feel like someone's been feeding off of you for some time, I feel like, or a situation has just worn you down to the point where you just feel like there's nothing left to give to the situation. And at this point, you're beyond, drained, upset, depleted. You're just pissed. That's why Anger and Chains is here. I really associate Anger and Chains with, if this was a tarot card for me, this would be, the devil, essentially, right? The anger aspect being the devil character and the chains being the 2 victims that are tied together, right? So there's something very toxic that's been playing out in the situation, right, for you, if this energy resonates for you. And I feel like you just felt this person was feeding off of you, right? That you were just giving and giving and giving, and this person was just taking and taking and taking more and more and more. Taking more liberties every time, taking bigger chunks out of you. And you were just like, why am I feeding this situation? Why am I feeding this person? Why am I allowing it to get to this point? Why am I stuck in this circumstance? Why am I not freeing myself, right? So I feel like there is a little bit of anger turned inwardly as well towards yourself for not, taking action sooner, pretty much, okay? So let's look at Anger and Chains. So yeah, this is kind of you reaching your limit and it coming out in an explosive way, okay? So you may have had some arguments, you may have been confronting this person, or you may actually come to the point where you will confront this person in the next week to 2 weeks, right? Because you're done. You're absolutely done of feeling that you're being taken advantage of, that you're being used, abused, mistreated, misunderstood, just being there for them and getting very little back in return. So this is you just reaching your absolute limit and just all of your thoughts and feelings just coming up at once, you just having this big release, pretty much, right? Because you're just done. You're just sick of being treated unfairly. And then with regards to Parasite, I feel like, that you felt like you were the one that was being fed on, that you were the one that were giving so much to a situation and were getting very little in return, as I said, that you were pouring more and more of yourself into trying to keep things afloat. And this person was just taking, giving very little back, not providing any assistance really, expecting you to handle everything, expecting you to keep the ship afloat, make sure their needs were met without really seeing how you were feeling, without seeing the effect it was causing, or, on the relationship or the connection, or how it was affecting you, right? And you're like, how much of myself do I have to give to this situation just to keep things moving forward? It's like, how much of myself am I willing to sacrifice just to have this person in my life, right? So I feel like that's what you're questioning at this point. Like, at what point do I say enough is enough? You know, at what point do I get to that place? Because I feel like there's very little more that I can give at this point, right? So let's have a look at the Moonology deck then and see what can be coming up for you to help you resolve this. Okay, so you got balance, spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Pisces even, right? But I feel like it's a case, or have it strongly in your chart. But I feel like either way, Sagittarius, it's a case of you're being asked to look at this, how you truly feel about this. Look at it from an intuitive standpoint. Look at it from, you know, a heart space standpoint, you know, and see how you feel about it, what you feel you need moving forward, how this makes you feel. And think about what it is that makes sense to you. What would be the smart play here? What do you need to do to get yourself out of this situation? What's going to actually help you to truly resolve the issue, right? So looking at things from both perspectives, how you feel about it, what you feel intuitively is the answer, and then putting a practical plan in motion, taking practical steps, taking action on removing yourself from that energy, from that situation, you know, wherever this is. Okay. So let's have a look then in regards to the tarot and see what messages we can get here. But I feel like it's coming through very clear, this particular reading. Yeah, you're just simply in a situation that is, you know, become very detrimental to your happiness, that is really getting you to this place where you're like, you know, going to explode with anger, right? So now would be the time to address this head on before you get to that point. I feel like for some of you, it's going to take that, right? To have this conversation, you're going to end up having a bit of a, you know, a bit of a moment, and, you know, you might be a bit angry, you might raise your voice. No violence, please. You know, that's never a good route. But I don't really feel that. I feel like it's just a case of this person will say something and it will just trigger the hell out of you, and you'll just say everything you've been wanting to say, how you've been feeling. It will all just come up rather explosively, possibly in an argument, or like I said, someone just saying something and it just triggering you to the point where you just, you know, unload on them. You know? Okay. Because at this point it just had to be said, so it was going to come out one way or another. If you can just actually have a conversation about this, that would be the best thing for you. But it might get to the point where it just comes out explosively. Okay. Okay. So with regards to the tarot then, the first card you got was the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. So this is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, you could be dealing with an earth sign, as I said. Kind of relates to Taurus's reading a little bit. But I feel like, Sagittarius, that you are, yeah, you're just done. You're done with feeling like you're being taken for granted, that, you know, your good intentions are not being seen, that you're just, all I'm getting from this is just you're done being taken for granted. That you know, you're kind of feeling like this person just takes you for a fool. They see you as naive. They see you as, you know, not really being experienced when it comes to life or relationships or connections, or, you know, how a relationship should be. And they kind of take advantage of that. And you're like, I'm just done with that. Like, you know, I might be young, or I might not have had as many relationships, or I might not, you know, been in this kind of relationship before, or situation before, but I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid. I know when something's toxic, and, you know, that there's better for me out there. So I'm not going to just settle, right? So that's what I'm getting from this. Next card you have is the High Priestess. So Pisces energy. Could be dealing with the Pisces, as I was saying. But yeah, you're just like, you know, I don't like the fact that I'm being treated like I don't know any different, that I don't know any better, that, you know, the world is just eluding me, and, you know, my head is in the clouds, when I do know better. I know what's going on here. I can see what's happening here, and that I am being taken for granted, and that I'm not being respected as an equal. I'm not being treated as an equal. And just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean that I don't see what's happening here, right? But that's changing. Soon I will speak up, because this cannot continue, right? But at the moment, I've been keeping my mouth shut because I'm trying to make sense of the situation and what's the best way to resolve it, right? But I'm not dumb. I can see it clearly for what it is, right? Next card you have is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as I said. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's like it's a case of that I'm not willing to invest in this anymore. Like, this person has not been putting the work in. I was the one that was investing, but I'm not doing it anymore. The supply has run dry. You know, it's a case of that. And you're like, you know, I knew that it wasn't going to be easy. I knew there were some challenges, but this person hasn't been meeting me halfway at all. Not at any point, right? So why the hell would I continue to invest in something that isn't going anywhere? Next card you have is the Seven of Swords here. So I feel like this fella here has been, you know, appearing a few times in these readings so far, whether it's in the reverse or the upright. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that are not clear. There's still maybe some control issues, trickery, deception, manipulation. Those kind of things are coming out quite prominently in the readings so far. And I feel like where it comes to you in your situation, Sagittarius, if this applies to you, that you feel like this person is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, right? That they can make you believe that this is normal, when you know in your heart and your mind that this is far from normal, right? That it's not normal for one person to put all the work in and the other person not to. That it's not normal for someone to just, you know, make all these demands and have all these expectations of you and not lift a finger, not do anything to make sure that your needs are met, that you're okay, that you feel safe and secure in a relationship, that you're feeling loved, right? Regardless of what kind of situation or relationship this is. So you're like, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Like, I am not that dumb, I'm not that naive. I know something's amiss here and this is not how it should be, right? So let's go over to the clarification cards then. See what else we can reveal about this. Okay. So clarifying the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, which is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Queen of Cups, okay? So you could very well be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces is coming in strong, okay? Possibly even a Scorpio, all right? But either way, Sagittarius, I feel like, or you could have these in your chart. Anyway, as I was saying, you are like, I am so done, right? Like, I'm so done with being treated like I'm naive, I'm gullible, just because I'm very emotional, just because I'm very passionate, I'm very caring, I'm very loving, I'm very nurturing, right? Just because I bring all these traits to a relationship or a connection, just because I have so much love to give, does not mean that I can be taken for granted. That doesn't mean that gives you the right to take all of my love and give nothing back, right? Next card you have, clarifying the High Priestess, is the Five of Swords in reverse. So air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's a case of you're saying, like, I'm done with the absolute mindfuckery here. Like, I know things, I can see clearly what's taking place here. I can see that you're someone that likes to use people, like to take advantage of people, that like to cause conflict and make me feel like I'm the one that's in the wrong simply because I pull you up on your bullshit. You know, I can see what kind of situation this is. I can see what kind of person you are, and I'm not playing your game anymore. Like, I'm just not doing it. Next card you have, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles here. You have, in reverse that is, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this is the thing. You're like, there is nothing that can be gained from this situation. There is no way to move forward. We can't start afresh. There's no way of healing the situation while you're not willing to accept that you haven't put the work in, that you haven't done your part. This has been completely one-sided from the beginning. And to be frank with you, I don't know why I entertained it for this long, right? It's that kind of energy. You're like, so rather than focusing on how I can, try and get things more balanced in the connection, or starting again and hoping this person will change, I need to look at what I need to do for myself. What would be the best thing for me moving forward? And I don't feel like this situation is it. And then clarifying the Seven of Swords here, you have the Tower. Okay, Scorpio energy, as I was saying, could be dealing with a Scorpio habit currently in your chart. With the Tower here, it's a case of like, I know you're lying. You're just gonna, like, I think part of this explosive energy that's coming through, you're just gonna reveal to this person that they've been lying, cheating, that they've been hiding things, that they've been manipulating the situation, that they've been, gaslighting you or whatever. You're just gonna tell them straight what the situation is, and you're like, frankly, I'm just done with you. I'm done with the situation. I'm done with you. I'm leaving. And this is going to be a massive shock to this person, because again, I do feel like they have been taken advantage on some level and have been seeing you as someone quite naive, possibly because of an age difference, or simply because they feel you're not as experienced when it comes to relationships or connections of this sort, or whatever the situation is. It's something new for you, so they felt like you were easily deceived, very gullible, quite naive. But you're like, no, I'm actually far from that, and I see everything that you're doing. I see through your bullshit. I've just not said anything about it until now, but now I'm telling you I'm done and I'm gone. And that's going to hit them like a ton of bricks, because they'll never see this coming either. This emotive explosion that takes place, and you just being like, hitting them with facts, hitting them with the reality, hitting them with your feelings, your thoughts, and then just being like, gone. So yeah, that's essentially you taking your power back from the situation, Sagittarius. Like, no bullshit, no fucking around, just like, fact after fact after fact, then gone. So that's really impressive, actually, because it's not easy when you felt like you've invested so much into a connection or a situation, that you've given so much of yourself to it. A lot of people find it difficult to walk away for that reason, but you're not having it. You're just not doing it anymore from what I see. So this is actually very positive. This is you taking your power back. And then as a potential outcome, you have Justice in reverse. So I feel like here, Libra energy, by the way. So I feel like here, even though you feel like, it was unfair, that things are not balanced, that things will never be balanced in the situation, you're going to accept it for what it is, and you're going to choose to move on. Because you're like, it makes no sense trying to restore balance. There wasn't any balance to begin with. So the best thing I can do in this situation is to restore balance within myself and remove myself from this situation, because there's nothing to be gained from it, right? So I feel like you're going to restore balance in your own life and just call it a day with this connection. Obviously, your situation, your circumstances is different for everyone. You might not choose to do that, but for the majority that this reading applies for, I feel like you're walking away. All right, so Libra, I hope this helps. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And yeah, we'll see how these energies may pertain to your next reading. But yeah, whatever you feel is the right course of action for you to do at this time, you take it, okay? You communicate what you feel, just speak from the heart, and do what you feel is the right thing to do in this situation. So sending you lots of love, lots of courage, lots of support, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.